Deep in the heart of Ghana, ancient forests whispered secrets. Towering trees stretched towards the sky. Their leaves were a canopy of emerald green. Sunlight dripped through the leaves like golden honey. At the forest's heart stood the sacred silk cotton tree. It was ancient and massive. Its trunk was thick and strong. The tree glowed with a soft, ethereal light. The air around the tree hummed with unseen energy. This was a place of magic. Spirits lingered among the roots. They whispered to those who could hear. The forest held its breath, waiting for the last Moonblood. A young girl named Abena lived at the edge of the forest. She had bright, curious eyes. She was an orphan, raised by the village elders. Abena felt a strange pull towards the forest. It called to her in her dreams. One day she discovered a hidden truth. An old woman, Mama Isi, revealed Abena's heritage. Abena was the last descendant of the Ashanti Moonblood. It was a lineage as old as time itself, a line marked by their connection to the spirit world. Abena's destiny awaited her beneath the golden silk cotton tree. The Ashanti Moonblood were special. They possessed a powerful gift. They could communicate with spirits through the beat of drums. Each Moonblood inherited a sacred drum, passed down through generations. The drum was more than wood and skin. It was a conduit between worlds. Abena's grandmother, a powerful Moonblood, had vanished years ago. She left behind her enchanted kente cloth. It was said to hold the key to the spirit realm. Abena knew what she had to do. She had to find her grandmother and claim her legacy. Guided by the whispers of the forest, Abena embarked on her journey. She carried her grandmother's drum. It felt warm and alive against her skin. The forest path was fraught with dangers. Thorny vines reached for her like grasping claws. Twisted creatures with glowing eyes lurked in the shadows. Yet, Abena pressed on. The spirits of the forest recognized her. They parted for her, their whispers guiding her way. Abena was determined to reach the spirit realm. She had to find her grandmother and prevent a terrible darkness from engulfing the world. Abena arrived at a shimmering pool of water. It lay at the base of the golden silk cotton tree. Thousands of fireflies danced above the surface. They formed a swirling, luminous cloud. This was the gateway to the spirit realm. But a guardian blocked her path. A giant python, its scales glittering like jewels, rose from the water. Its eyes glowed with ancient wisdom. This was the guardian of the gateway. It spoke to Abena, its voice deep and resonant. She had to prove herself worthy to enter the spirit realm. The python presented Abena with 3 trials. She had to demonstrate her courage, wisdom, and compassion. First, she faced her deepest fear, a monstrous spider with eyes like burning coals. Abena's heart pounded, but she stood her ground. She remembered her grandmother's stories and outsmarted the creature. For the second trial, Abena had to solve a riddle that held the secrets of the universe. She closed her eyes, listening to the whispers of the wind and the rustling leaves. The answer came to her not in words but in feelings. She had passed the second trial. The final trial tested Abena's compassion. She encountered a group of lost and frightened children. They were trapped between worlds. Abena felt their pain and reached out to them. She used her grandmother's drum to soothe their fears and guide them home. The python, satisfied, dipped its head. Abena had proven herself worthy. She stepped into the shimmering pool and vanished into the spirit realm. There, she found her grandmother's enchanted kente cloth. It shimmered with a life of its own. As Abena touched the cloth, it sprang to life, speaking to her in her grandmother's voice. The kente cloth revealed the truth. Abena's grandmother had been trapped by a dark entity. This entity threatened to consume the spirit realm. It would plunge the world into eternal darkness. Abena knew she had to stop it. She confronted the entity. It was a swirling vortex of shadows and despair. Abena beat her drum, its rhythm echoing through the spirit realm. She called upon the spirits of her ancestors. Their strength flowed through her. With a final resounding beat, she banished the entity, restoring light and balance to the spirit realm. Victorious, Abena returned to the human world. She carried her grandmother's spirit and the talking kente cloth. She was no longer just a girl. She was Abena, the last Moonblood, the bridge between 2 worlds. She would continue her grandmother's legacy. The forest welcomed her back, alive with the sounds of celebration. The golden silk cotton tree pulsed with vibrant energy. Abena knew her journey was just beginning. She had a responsibility to her ancestors and her people. She would protect the balance between worlds, forever the guardian of the Ashanti Moonblood legacy.